All right, I just finished reading this book this morning. This is Modern Advancements in Long Range Shooting by Brian Litz. It is really an excellent book. I learned a tremendous amount of information from this book. I highly recommend it to anyone who's interested in long range shooting. Now, the first couple of chapters in this book are primarily going to deal with twist rates and stability factors and how bullets act downrange. These chapters were really comprehensive. They were well thought out, well laid out. Every chapter that Brian List does, he will start with a preliminary introduction about what he's going to talk about. Then he'll go through everything in great detail. And then at the very end of each chapter, he will summarize everything that has gone on. And I really appreciate, too, his attention to statistics. I know I have a background in statistics from a graduate level, and I found all of his numbers were accurate. Uh, there were a couple of small typos in the book. I think four that I saw altogether, but they weren't spelling errors or anything like that. It was probably just copying errors or something like that. All of his statistics too, like don't be afraid because he'll start using some advanced terminology in mathematics, but he'll also explain each of those, which is really good. Now, the middle of the book, he starts getting into some more general, run of the mill kinds of things like modern long range rifles. The topics here, he doesn't get into a tremendous amount of detail about, but that's to be understood because this book doesn't have enough room for that. He has another book for that, which I already have, and I'm going to read that soon too. The next thing, I really appreciated his explanation as to why 30 caliber bullets have kind of fallen out of favor in recent time and how they could be brought back into favor, especially with long range shooters. The only downside, of course, to the bigger bore cartridges is the recoil that you have. Um, but still, I mean, they're just as good, and their Berger is bringing out new bullets and new designs that will really raise the level up yet again, so that 30 caliber bullets will be competitive. And another couple interesting things that he talks about is like long range hunting bullets, and how they've improved over the years. And he'll kind of point out different characteristics that you should look for in these types of bullets, which was good information to have. Some other really good info that he had in here was his Wheeze modeling system, which is in the back, more in the back of the book. His Wheeze modeling system, WEZ, is basically it gives you a predictability factor for your hits on targets at distances. Okay, and I really like that. It kind of opened up a whole new field to me, like to basically allow me to concentrate on factors that were weak in maybe my own shooting technique and maybe the way that I had even built my rifle to shoot at that distance. And so his Wheeze modeling information is really good. I'm probably going to go and buy software here soon. It seems like it's very comprehensive and includes all the different factors involved. Now, near the end of the book, there is a really interesting section about chronographs, okay? And that's for calculating the speed of your bullets and so forth. Well, not for calculating the speed, but basically recording the speed of your bullets, getting the standard deviation of your loads as low as possible for distance shooting. And that was really interesting, very helpful. If you're interested in getting a good chronograph, you might want to read this book just for the sake of the review in it that he does on the chronographs that he tests, because it's a very good review and it's very comprehensive. He covers many different details, and it was a real eye opener for me. I know I'm going to approach chronographs in the future very differently. Then he gets into near the end here. He starts going over a couple of chapters, like one here on laser rangefinders, and then wind measurement devices. And these chapters are kind of a little bit incomplete, but I think that's because when he wrote this book, technology wasn't quite there yet, and he's obviously thinking and testing new devices that he wants to come up with himself to make long range shooting really more of a reality for the average person and not a deep science, steeped in extremely long hand math, which I enjoy, but is not for everyone. So I highly recommend this book. I'm going to be reading volume 2 here soon. I already have it. And also, one more thing here, the bullet database that he has in the back here for different types of bullets, I thought was pretty helpful too. It kind of puts a whole bunch of different bullets from different manufacturers all in one volume. So it's a great reference for reloaders as well. All right. Thank you for watching this review. I hope you subscribe and maybe share this with your friends.